A lot of travelling, Tiago, and it, we see you on TV in the Cape. We see you do a lot of travelling. That's part of your job. We understand that, but how do you? I mean, it can't be easy managing a young family, and fulfilling your job. You do it because you love it, but obviously your wife's understanding, and you're obviously not nervous of flying because you're in an aeroplane most days. It can't be easy. Do you get some time to just be at home and relax with the family?
Sometimes it's difficult to find a day, but we're working on that, and I gotta be fair with my colleagues. My colleagues travel a lot.
Yes.
And I have a lot of local vets that support us. And it's important that I bring this up.
Yes.
It's not a man work, it's the country. And if you don't have a team, you're lost.
The other day at the races, now I forget things, so they'll tell you my memory's weak. I need to talk about two important things. The other day at the races, and I want to hear about Eleanor Temba's other business interests, but we're going to talk about the other day at the races first.
Okay, sure.
You had two horses that won for you. Now that must have been, we missed you at the races because I did one of the interviews with John. Unfortunately we had load shedding, so I'm not sure if you saw those interviews, but the fact of the matter is you had two horses that both won. Was that your first double?
It was my first double, but I'll tell you, as we have correctly said, I do other businesses, so I was in the midst of the other business and perhaps in a stressful condition at that point in time. And then I see Wendy's call. I know when Wendy calls, there must be good news. Yeah. So my face certainly changed immediately, turned to a smile. I remember one of my staff members was sitting in front and said, "What's happening, Ms. Mnoza?" I said, "No, something's good's happening. Let's wait."
Meaning of Armagam?
Armagam is, son of Raj and Armagam are two very important men in my life. There's a lot of... son of Raj is my biological dad, and he passed on. And Armagam is my other dad that grew me up. Okay. So without these two men in my life, I wouldn't be where I am today.
It's a beautiful story.
Yeah, so obviously this is to pay tribute to them.
Okay.
And I'm just so glad these horses have turned out to be, such good horses.
Before we talk about Stuart, you had a go at me before about my lovely new cap, proudly sponsored by Jet Dark.
Well, it hasn't even got to the stud yet and you got a cap.
Hell, I don't play, but never mind that. You having a go at me about my sponsored cap, you tell me you're going on holiday again, but never mind, you're not going to the game reserve this time, you're going to the Seychelles.
Yeah, well, if someone else is paying, it's the right price. I'm keen.
Sure, Seychelles, can you believe it?
Trainers don't get holidays, eh?
I was just going to say, Paul, you're sitting here salivating, wishing you could go to the Seychelles.
No more holidays for a while.
Oh, well, Alphonse Island, we can speak to Jeff Perkins, doesn't he? Own half of it.
He does indeed. But let's talk about things now, because it has. You say, when are we going to open the race card and see trainer Stuart Ferry's name there?
That'll be from the 1st of April, yeah.
1st of April,
yeah.
Okay, so the whole month of March. Is Dennis and Jill back from the Cape? Are they going to just stay down there, or has things been wrapped up here?
Yeah, no, the horses actually left this morning, so they'll be back tomorrow, and then they'll be here for a week or two in the middle of the month.
Okay, just to wrap up things. Yeah. Okay, and then so their plan is they've always had that little flat down in the Cape, so their plan is they're going to be there.
Yeah, they're back to Sea Point, yeah.
Okay. We were just chatting off air, people will say, oh well, he's landed with his bum in the butter, that he just sort of takes over the reins, but you were just telling us off air that it's not as easy as that. There's a lot of costs involved, and there's a lot of paperwork involved.
Yeah, obviously, I mean, it's the same as any business. You've got to obviously set up a company or whatever, and that costs, and then obviously licensing fees and all the authorities' acts need to change. So it's actually, to start off with, even though you're inheriting it, there's a little hidden cost that you think, it's going to be easy, but it's not that easy. But listen, as long as you've got the horse, it's a big help to start with.
Are you going to try and go, last question, to Joburg when this horse runs next time.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
I'll be there. So the
Were
last
you
time
there for the debut?
we drove up to the Val just for the day.
Okay, Shane, that was so close. I was shouting in the office, and because I knew the history and I knew the horse, and it was so close. But wow, it was exciting.
And they were 3 lengths clear, I think, of the horse that ran
Correct,
third.
yeah. So that's.
But she was brave, because at one stage I thought, oh, she's gone. She's going to run 5th or 6th.
Yeah.
And she fought back.
Yeah.
Super race.
So you're in the car with your husband and whoever else goes, and off you go.
My mum came that time. Husband had to work, so my mum's smoking in the car for 5 hours.
Well,
Let's talk about the smoking, because I'm an ex-smoker and I have nothing against smokers, and I know you don't. You're just having a laugh, but
No, she does.
Does she?
She moaned
Does she give you a
the
hard
entire
time?
way there and the entire way home. And the reason we went in the car was that neither of us had current driver's licenses, so we couldn't fly to Joburg and hire a car. We had to drive.
So you drove to Joburg without a license.
I don't know if that should be